Good morning, children. Welcome to the math class. Today we will do question number 11 and 12 from exercise 3.3, though we have explained it in last class. But the sums we are doing it here. Very small sums, completely based on the properties of the parallelogram. Given AB parallel DC, to find the measurement of angle C. Angle B is given as 120 degree. You have to find the angle measure of C. As AB parallel DC given, that means CB is the transversal. Then these two angles are adjacent angles on the same side of the transversal, and you know that their sum will be 180 degree. So angle C plus B is equal to 180 degree because they are supplementary. Angle C is equal to 120 degree. Angle measurement of angle B. C and B adjacent angles. Measurement of angle B 120 degree is equal to 180 degree. So measurement of angle C is equal to 180 minus 120. Measurement of angle C is equal to 60 degree. Very small sum. Now question number 12. Given that SR parallel SP parallel PQ, and you have to find the value of measurement of angle P and angle S. And see here it is given 30 degree, angle Q is equal to 130 degree, and angle R, the symbol is telling us that it is 90 degree. So if these two lines are parallel, therefore angle S plus angle R will be adjacent angles. These two are adjacent angles, and you know that adjacent angles are supplementary, or their sum is 180 degrees, same thing. Now as SP line segment, this symbol is known as line segment. As SP parallel RQ, therefore angle S plus angle R is equal to 180 degree. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Angles are supplementary. So S, we don't know what is the measurement of angle S, but R, you can see that it is given 90 degree, 180 degree. So angle S is equal to 180 minus 90 degree, that is 90 degree. Therefore S is equal to, measurement of angle S is equal to 90 degree. Measurement of angle S is equal to 90 degree. Now these two lines are parallel. Again, same way, again SP parallel line segment, SP parallel RQ line segment, SP parallel RQ, and say in this time PQ is the transversal. SP parallel RQ and PQ is the transversal. This time PQ is the transversal. Then angle Q and angle P. Therefore angle P plus angle Q is equal to 180 degree. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary, you know. So angle P, measurement of angle P you don't know, you have to find out. But angle Q, it is given 130 degree equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle P equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree. Therefore measurement of angle P equal to 50 degree. Therefore angle P is equal to 180 minus 130, that is 50 degree. So measurement of angle P is equal to 130 degree. So separately you can write the answer in here. Angle P 50 degree, angle S, measurement of angle S 90 degree. I hope these sums are easy for you, as these all are depending on based on properties of parallelograms, whatever we have discussed till now. Next we will discuss about the diagonal properties of some special parallelograms. Now some special kinds of parallelograms. See, I have given in a table form So parallelograms can be divided into rhombus, rectangles and squares. So these are all the types of parallelograms. Rhombus is a parallelogram. That means when you will give the definition of rhombus, if you the concept of rhombus, the first concept it is a parallelogram. Rhombus is a parallelogram where the diagonal property also I have written here. Diagonals means the two non-consecutive line joining the two non-consecutive sides. These are known as diagonals. You know that. So the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degrees. See the rhombus, which one is rhombus? Where all the four sides are equal, but angles are not 90 degree. All the angles are not 90 degree. But when the diagonals intersect, the diagonals bisect each other. They will meet at their midpoint, and the angles are 90 degree. So the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree. This is important. They bisect each other. They bisect each other, as you know that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, and all the three forms are the forms of a parallelogram. So all the three cases, diagonals will bisect each other. Now in case of rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. This is the special condition. Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. Next one, diagonals are equal. As it is, diagonals are equal and diagonals bisect each other. This is same as because it is a parallelogram. The extra is diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal. This one is extra. So in a rectangle, you know that opposite sides are equal and parallel. That means it is a parallelogram and all the angles are 90 degree. This is the definition of a rectangle. So rectangle, as it is a parallelogram, so diagonals bisect each other. And the special thing is the diagonals, the length of the diagonals are equal. Now come to the square. In a square, as it is a type of parallelogram, so square diagonals are bisect each other. This one is common. Diagonals bisect each other, and extra is diagonals are equal and bisect each other at 90 degree. Diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal and bisect each other at 90 degree. This one is also extra. So in a square, you know that all the sides are equal. In a square, all the sides are equal. All the angles are 90 degree. Diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. All the parallelograms, whenever you have seen that it is a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other. That means diagonals also bisect here, and the condition is diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree. Extra is they are 90 equal also. The length of the diagonals equal. So in summary, parallelograms, three types of parallelograms we need to learn now. Rhombus, rectangle, square. In rhombus, diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. In rectangle, diagonals are equal and bisect each other but not 90 degree. Diagonals are equal and bisect each other. In square, diagonals are equal, bisect each other at 90 degree. Understood? Next, we will start exercise 3.4. Question number 1, state true or false. Question number A, all rectangles are square. Is it true? How could be a rectangle a square? The definition of rectangle, see, rectangles only opposite sides are equal and parallel. But to be a square, all the sides must be equal. So rectangles, all rectangles are not square. So it is, we can write it as false. All rectangles cannot be a square because only that rectangle which has all the sides are equal can be a square. So all rectangles are not square. That is why we have written it false. False. All rhombuses are parallelogram. Yes. Rhombus. All rhombuses are parallelograms because rhombus is the branch of a parallelogram. Parallelogram means opposite sides are equal and parallel. In a rhombus, opposite sides are equal and parallel. So all rhombuses are parallelograms. So it is true, correct. Now the next question is C. In question number C, all squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. Squares have all the quality which a rhombus have. Rhombus has only all four sides are equal. Yes, square has also four sides equal, and a rectangle has opposite sides equal and angles are 90 degree. Yes, in a square also opposite sides are equal. If I think about our rectangle, it needs only the opposite sides are equal. Yes, all the sides are equal, that means opposite sides must be equal, and all the angles are 90 degree. Yes, in a square all the angles are 90 degree. So we can say that all squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. So it is true. Next, all squares are not parallelograms. It is not correct, because square is a type of parallelogram. So wherever we can see that square, we know that it is a one kind of special kind of parallelograms. But here it is written that all squares are not parallelogram. It is not true. So it is false only. I hope these four logical questions you understood. For understanding this, you have to understand the special kind of parallelograms also. You have to watch the video carefully, and then you will understand these logical questions. Thank you, students.